All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to break down a really powerful philosophy from the one and only Denzel Washington. It's a simple but honestly profound way to look at life, risk, and what it really means to succeed. So, it all kicks off with this single idea that just flips the script on everything we're taught about having a safety net. He says, look, if you're going to fall, you might as well fall forward. I mean, at least that way you can see what you're going to hit, right? And that brings us right into our first big idea here. We've got to totally rethink this whole concept of a safety net, of a plan B. I mean, we've all heard this a million times, haven't we? From our parents, our teachers. It's supposed to be this comforting piece of advice. But Denzel comes along and basically asks, wait a minute, what if that's the very thing that's holding you back? So he sets up this really powerful comparison. Falling back, that's your excuse to not really go for it. It becomes this constant temptation to just settle. But falling forward, that means you're running towards the challenge. You're moving ahead, even if you stumble. And he really hammers this point home with a quote from Nelson Mandela. It just perfectly captures the idea that playing it safe, always having that thing to fall back on, well, it can totally drain the passion out of your life. Okay, so if you're gonna take these big risks, that leads you straight to something you just can't avoid, something that's absolutely necessary. And that is failure. And believe it or not, that's a good thing. He does not sugarcoat this at all. He just lays it out there as a fact. You will fail. You will lose. You are going to embarrass yourself. It's a guarantee. So instead of running from it, his whole thing is you got to embrace it. It's just part of the deal. Check out this number, 2,600. This belongs to the Hall of Fame baseball player Reggie Jackson. Any idea what it is?
That is how many times he struck out, the most in the history of the game. But do we talk about that? No. We remember the home runs. I mean, that is the perfect example of what it means to fall forward.
All right, I got another number for you, 1,000. This time, it belongs to the inventor, Thomas Edison. That's how many times the guy failed trying to invent a working light bulb, 1,000 times. But see, he didn't see them as failures. For him, each attempt was just another step forward. And that 1,001st try, well, that's the one that lit up the entire world. And that right there, that's the heart of this whole fall forward philosophy. It's about shifting your entire mindset. Every single failure, every stumble, every rejection, it's not the end of the road. It's just data. It's a lesson. It's one step closer. Which all boils down to this really tough question that Denzel wants us to ask ourselves. If you're going through life and you're not failing, are you even really trying? Are you pushing yourself? But just trying isn't enough, right? You can't just hope for the best. You need an actual concrete plan. And this is where Denzel makes a super important distinction. Dreams are awesome, but they're passive. They're just kind of sitting there. Goals, on the other hand, goals are dreams with a deadline, with discipline, with a real plan. He uses that classic 9-dot puzzle to make his point. You know the one, right? The only way you can possibly solve it is by literally drawing your lines outside the box. And that's his whole point. To hit your goals, you have to be willing to go beyond the usual safe boundaries. So let's look at how this all actually played out in his own life. Because this is a really personal, really powerful story about what it truly means to fall forward and have the courage to fail. So super early in his acting career, he goes out for this part in a Broadway musical. He thinks, this is it. This role is perfect for me. Just one tiny little problem. He couldn't sing. So yeah, he didn't get the part. He failed big time. But he didn't quit. He didn't just pack it in and fall back on some other career. Nope. He held on to this old saying, you hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later, you're gonna get a haircut. He just believed that if he kept showing up, kept preparing, his chance would come. And this timeline, wow, it just shows you the insane power of sticking with it. 30 years after that failed singing audition, he's back on Broadway, starring in the amazing play Fences. And get this, it was at the exact same theater where he'd failed all those years ago. Now that is the payoff for falling forward.
And all of this kind of builds to his final point. And honestly, it might be the most profound one of all. It's about your legacy. It's about what you leave behind.
He paints this incredibly haunting picture. Just imagine this for a second. You're on your deathbed, and all around you are these ghosts. And these ghosts, they're the ideas you never acted on, the talents you never used. And they are angry. They're looking at you, saying, we came to you. You were the only one who could have given us life, and now we have to die with you. Chilling, right? It's just such a powerful call to action. It forces you to completely reframe what success even means. It's not about what you have, the money, the fame, the stuff. The real question is, what are you going to do with what you have? Maybe your gift is patience, or kindness, or love. How are you going to use it for something bigger than yourself? So we're going to leave you with that question to chew on. It's a challenge, really, for all of us. How many of those ghosts are going to be standing around your bed when your time comes? Don't let your potential go to the grave with you. Take the risk, embrace the failure, and always, always fall forward.